Xin chào. Are you a business leader? You want to become a business leader? Well, either way, we know that the leaders in the world have a very important agenda, and there are two important items in that agenda: how to grow and how to build your future. Every organizations, regardless of the size, are struggling and are really gripped with these two very important challenges. You see, Vietnam is no different, and there are 700,000 registered companies. 97% of them are SMEs, more than 40,000 startups. And day in and day out, as your business leaders, that's exactly what you're thinking. How do we grow? And interestingly, it is not just growth. We are talking about scaling up. It's not a single digit growth or even double digit growth. We are saying, how do we become 2x, 3x, 4x, 10x? And that's what many successful business leaders are able to do. There must be something as a very powerful framework that they know, they practice, and they succeed. We have tried to decode it. I have myself done a scaling up at multiple times, and I would be very happy to share with you the strong framework that I have followed, and then I have seen many successful leaders following it up. You see, it's a journey, and before you start the journey, it is important to first look at what is the purpose of scale up. Not because my neighbor is doing, my friend is doing, my competitor is doing, but what is my real purpose? And that's a vital part. Secondly, we have to be ready. So what is the readiness? And thirdly, what is my level of commitment? You go on a journey, how can you lose your commitment halfway? You got to climb the mountain, you can't come midway. We got to reach the peak. Now you start with a purpose, you start with readiness, and you start with commitment. Now let's start this journey. The journey starts with -1 position. What got you here? What got you here is essentially what you have been doing. There is a very strong value that you have created for your customers. There must be something you have done which has brought you to this point. We got to understand that. And that's the first very important thing to do. And I call it a -1 position because you look at the back and you say, this is what I did. This is what got me here. We talk about important 3 business wisdoms, whether it is value proposition, business model, or ecosystems. And this gets you a very good idea about what got you here, which we will keep before we start our next point in the journey. The next important point is what I call it 7 vital steps. Now these are the steps of climb, and these are essentially the demand levers. These are what build demand into your organization, the engine of demand, and that would be essential for scaling up. If we do not have these levers, the demand after a while will actually begin to drop. So 7 vital demand levers. And then there is a giant leap. This giant leap is very important, and that is where we put in and deploy organizational levers to really, like a pole vault, you take a huge jump. And essentially in this, we put kind of a high horsepower engine into our car. It's almost like becoming a Ferrari, and that is what provides the power and energy for you to scale up. So really speaking, this is a very interesting topic, and I notice most of the business leaders find this as one of the biggest challenges for them, and they want to understand. Their organizations has to be ready for it, and I would like to share this in a seminar in June when I come to Hanoi. Many of you would find that very interesting. Come over, join me, and see you.